Makueni County is among the top 5 counties that have recorded high incidences of rabies, and the Wild Animal Protection and the county government have now joined hands to provide vaccines. Now, public awareness on the importance of vaccinating not only dogs but all domesticated animals is also being enhanced, as NTV's Barang'a reports.
There is a special chemistry between humans and dogs, one that has earned the dogs a tag, man's best friend. Dogs are not only companions, but they also provide security, simply because they are territorial. But in spite of the bond between man and dog, there is always that risk of people contracting rabies from dogs. Eunice Maneno, Sami Mutiso, and Moa Mwendwa are all pupils at Makueni Primary School in Makueni County. They all encountered rabid dogs at different times in their village. They were all attacked and beaten.
Nikiwa hapo kwa gate, hao mbwa walinikimbilia. Alafu mimi nikasimama na wakaniuma.
Akapewa matibabu, akadungwa shindano 2, akaandikiwa shindano zingine 4.
Once a patient is taken to the nearest health facility, they are supposed to maybe get maybe first aid if they had not gotten first aid. Probably they were just picked from somewhere.
According to the World Health Organization, 40% of victims who contract rabies are younger than 15. This is because a majority of the children do not report when bitten by a dog, because they are afraid that once they report, then their parents or guardians will take away the dog or cat from them. Cats can also transmit rabies, though in Kenya, 98% of rabies cases are transmitted by dogs.
We register a lot of bites in Kibwezi, Kibwezi East, Kibwezi West.
It costs 100 shillings to vaccinate a dog and about 10,000 shillings to treat one who has been bitten by a rabid dog. The simple mathematics show that it is much cheaper to prevent rabies than to treat it.
Vaccination is quite poor, and some of the studies we have undertaken show in some communities less than 10% of the dogs are vaccinated.
Though Petronila doesn't own a dog, there are about 4 dogs roaming around her compound. According to her, they all belong to her neighbors, and she witnessed them being vaccinated. It is important to note that rabies is 100% preventable, and at the same time it is 100% fatal. This means that once one is bitten by a rabid dog, then their chances of survival is nil, not unless they receive treatment immediately.
Virus gets into the body through the nervous system and goes to the spinal cord and eventually to the brain. So the period between being bitten by an infected dog to getting infected depends on where the site of the bite and the distance from the site of the bite to the brain.
The symptoms of rabies include fever, pain or an unusual or unexplained tingling, pricking or burning sensation at the wound, hyperactivity, excited behavior, fear of water, and sometimes the fear of flying, and after a few days, death occurs by cardiorespiratory arrest. According to the Rabies-Free Kenya website, globally 60,000 people die annually as a result of rabies. In Kenya, about 2,000 people die annually.
When you as a person decide that you want a dog for your family, are you sure you need the dog? Are you sure you want it? Are you sure you're going to take care of it? And are you sure you're going to see it to the end?
Because it becomes very shameful for a country like ours when we are talking of 2,000 people dying every year because of a disease which is actually 100% preventable.
According to health officials, once a dog bites a person, it should be observed for at least 2 weeks. But the mistake people make is to kill the dog. Another precaution to take is to ensure that your dog is vaccinated after every 6 months. Barang'a, NTV, in the county of Makueni.